Greetings, everyone. Wanted to come and do a video to reinforce everything else we're trying to do to communicate about our reopening plan, and hope this helps give you a little bit of the why behind the what, and a few more details. First of all, thanks for your patience. I know it's been a while since we've been in the sanctuary together, and I know that even it's been a few days of just really planning and praying, and I'm so appreciative of your patience as we sort of work through this process. Downtown leadership team met on Wednesday night and agreed that we need to put a plan in place, and we've done that. That gets us back in the sanctuary in a way that is safe, but it is moving us forward. A couple things about the plan. It is conservative and cautious. It is well within the guidelines of what the governor has set out, what the CDC has set out, and what our own bishop has set out. So actually, we're going to be we are more conservative than what has been mandated, and we just feel like that is the way to be. This is not the time to be the first or the fastest. There are no do-overs with your health, and so it has been taken incredibly weighty. It's a phased approach, meaning that we have 5 phases that we're going to work through. And as long as things go well, we'll move to the next phase. But it's also this continuum that if we get to a particular point and the virus spikes, we can always move back a phase. And what we want to do is put something in place that can last throughout this pandemic, so that we don't have to keep reinventing the wheel, and you'll know what to expect. So if things spike and we're like, hey, we're back in phase B, everybody knows what that is and what to expect and where we go. And so we're trying to do something that can carry us as long-term as we need, and make sure that we have flexibility. All the dates I'm about to give you are incredibly tentative, so please don't hold me or anyone else to these dates. Wanted to give you some perspective of sort of how we're going to progress through this. So anyway, let's get to it. Phase A. You won't see much change. May 24th, May 31st is Phase A. We're going to add a few more people to the chancel at our 11 o'clock live stream, but there still won't be any in-person. We're going to use this time to develop the processes, make sure we have everything that we need so that we're ready to receive folks back on June 7th. And June 7th, we'll begin Phase B, and that'll be the first in-person worship services. Now, there's going to be 2 opportunities, one at 8:30, one at 5 o'clock. And these will be in-person services. And what you're going to find is when you come, the music will be instrumental. The leadership from the chancel, so the liturgist and the preacher and everyone else, will be in masks, as well as everyone else will be. There's no opportunity for us to do any sort of childcare during these services, and so that is also something to sort of be aware of. We're going to be asking for folks to sign up to come to the service. Now, we're doing this for 2 reasons. First is for contact tracing. So if someone would get sick, we want to make sure that we have everybody's contact information so that we can let you know what has gone on to make sure that we can take care of everybody. The second is these Phase B and Phase C, and really Phase D, the next 3 phases, there's going to be a limited number of folks that we can have in the sanctuary. Phase B is going to be 20 persons per service. So we're going to be asking for 40 volunteers on June 7th and June 14th who'd be willing to help us just walk through the services and have a normal day and make sure we have all the logistics right and we are prepared for the larger numbers who'll be coming in the phases afterwards. We're going to ask you to sign up and to let us know that you're coming, and we'll have some additional information about how to do that as we go. Again, live stream will take place in Phase B at 11. Nobody's in the pews, so we'll continue to have singing as well as instrumental, and we're going to have all the liturgists and whoever's preaching will be unmasked. So that takes us to June through June 14th. June 21st is what we're tentatively saying begins Phase C. And that's going to look just like Phase B, except there'll be 50 people that we will have in the worship services at 8:30 and at 5. So again, we need sign-ups. Masks are going to be required. Music will be instrumental. Everybody on the chancel will have masks on as we lead. The 11 o'clock will continue to be a live stream without anybody in the pews so that we can have a fuller expression of worship during that time. Now we're going to add something at this point as well, and that's going to be a midweek service. And we're going to do sort of like Kroger has done, which is have a time that those that are most uncomfortable getting out might feel more comfortable coming into a place that A, hasn't had anybody in 24 hours, and B, would be kind of a reduced number of folks. And so what we're thinking is a midweek service for up to 20 people that would take place either on Wednesday or Thursday at 11. And we'll tell you, we've got to get a sense of what day is going to be best, but that would be sort of an emphasis for us during Phase C. So let's say everything goes well and we're rocking right along. We're anticipating maybe by August we would be at Phase D, and everything changes at that point. All of our services are in person at that point. So we have an 8:30, an 11, and a 5. We could have up to 100 persons in the services then. We'd have Sunday school back in the building. There'd be full children's programming. Mask would be recommended. And everybody that would be up front leading, whether they're a liturgist or preacher, would be unmasked. And we would have singing as well as instrumental in all of our in-person services. Phase D really kind of gets us back to where it will be a more sense of a normal service for us, and we'll be limited to probably 100 in the sanctuary. Now, our problem with the limitations is A, we've been given guidelines by the governor and our bishop, but B, our sanctuary only has about 22 spots that people can sit and be socially distanced. Now, you do the math. It just is very tough for us to even get 100 folks in the sanctuary if we only have 22 spots that allow for social distancing. So we're going to be constrained. So what we're going to do is just continually add services to make sure everybody that wants to come can come once we get to this point of phase of C and D. If we need to add more services, we will absolutely do that. Phase E, we're back to normal. 8:30 and 11, full Sunday school. There's no requirements for masks or even recommendations. We've got the choir back. It's the full service, and it'll happen at 8:30 and 11, and we'll sort of be back to normal, including donuts and the gathering hall, and I'm looking forward to that. That was a lot. We're going to keep communicating. We have about a month until anybody will be in person in the service. So we have some time to put the processes and to make sure that you understand that, kind of understand what we're doing. Love to hear from you. Any questions you'd have, any concerns, definitely am here. And know that you continue to be in my prayers. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we're getting through this. Absolutely, we're getting through this. And I will see you soon.